More Guitar Sessions. This is Rod, and today we are looking at Chuck Berry and Johnny B. Goode. This is the roots of blues and rock and roll. Song came out in 1958, and this is kind of like the seed of rock that we all go back to. And if you want to play, rock guitar, you got to go through some Chuck Berry. Whether you learn it through Angus Young or Jimmy Page or whoever it is, everybody goes through some Chuck Berry. His music is something that is in everybody's style. It's that fundamental. It's like a meta. He's like a meta influence in rock and roll. So what we're going to talk about is riffs. We're going to talk about Johnny B. Goode. We're going to talk about the riffs, and we're going to give you a couple soloing strategies to use when you're trying to sound like Chuck. So anyway, with that said, his three riffs, and we're going to do this in the key of A. So he played Johnny B. Goode in the key of B flat. Key of B flat is a ridiculous key for guitar players. It's like, we can all do that, but this would be much easier for us for right now if we did this in the key of A. And that's what we're going to do, because it's we'll start with our open power chords in our open key first. Okay. With that said, 3 chords in the blues. Okay, and also the Johnny B. Goode is an example of the 12-bar blues chord progression. That's a thing that's in thousands of songs. That at one time it defined rock and roll. It's like the blues is part of the rock and roll thing. So when we have an A chord, that is your A chord. When Chuck Berry played the A chord, what he did is he would play the left hand of kind of like a boogie woogie piano. That's what he was vibing. So how do I play that, you ask? Okay, I'm going to strum that twice. Then I'm going to put my 3rd finger down, or 4th. Sometimes I put my 4th. Depends on how big your hand is. And then the 4th fret, same string, your 3rd finger is going to go down on the same string. Now what I would do is I would just practice that over and over again. Just get that down. You don't even have to worry about it. The other thing we need to know about Chuck Berry's rhythm is one of the things that he did that all the other, like, he was part of the Chess records in the 1950s, where Chess was responsible for Muddy Waters. He was responsible for Howlin' Wolf and Willie Dixon and all these Chicago blues types. Well, Chuck Berry was different than all that, because most of what Chuck Berry did was straight 8th notes. So what is a straight 8th note? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, just as it. Turn this up a little bit. That's a Chuck Berry comp. So whenever anybody asks you, they say, well, play it like Chuck Berry, that's what they're talking about. You can hear that in AC/DC, you can hear that in punk rock, you can hear that in Georgia Satellites, you can hear that in Guns N' Roses, you can hear it all over the place. So now you can apply that same riff to all the open power chords, which is, if I did it to D, it would just be like this. Okay? If I did it to E, it would be like this. That's your open G power chord. So anyway, A, D, and E, those are the 3 chords in Johnny Be Good. Okay? Now, first, most easiest way we string these chords together, the easiest way I can describe this is we have 4 measures, then 2, 2, 2, 2. 4 measures of your 1 chord, which is your A chord. Then it goes to 2 measures of your 4 chord, which is your D. Then back to your 1 chord for 2 measures. Then your 5 chord for 2 measures. That is the easiest blues imaginable. Okay, so it's 4 measures of your 1 chord, 2 measures of your 4 chord, back to your 1 chord for 2 measures, your 5 chord for 2 measures, and back to your 1 chord for 2 measures. And that, all those added up is 12 measures, 12 bar blues. You learn that, that's the basis for thousands and thousands of songs. Okay, and that sounds like this. Okay, so that is the easiest version of this. Now, one of the things we can do to make it a little different, so when we say 12 bar blues, that is the easiest configuration of the 12 bar blues. One of the next level things we can do is what is referred to as the quick 4. The quick 4 means measure 2, we're going to go to the 4 chord. So it'd be like something like this. It's called a quick 4. Okay. Play the whole blues that we did in example 1. Just substitute the quick 4 for it, and that's a completely new blues. Okay. Next thing we can do after that is go to measure number 9. Instead of going for 2 measures, with your E we can go 1 measure, 1 measure of the 4 chord, 1 measure of the 1 chord, and then the 5 chord. So it's 5, 4, 1, 5, the last 4 measures. And when I say 5 chord and 1 chord and all this kind of business, in the key of A is your 1 chord. The 4th note of your A scale is your D chord. The 4 chord is your D chord. Your E chord is your 5 chord. It's one past your 4 chord. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. The numbering system is something you're going to want to get in. You're going to want to know that. That is something that. So, next level is 5, 4, 1, 5 on the last four measures of the 12 bar blues, and then a quick 4, and then I'll play that right now. All right, so next, here's the deal. Chuck Berry is the origins of rock guitar, soloing. He is the first rock guitar virtuoso. So we want to learn as much as we can from Chuck Berry. What did Chuck Berry do? Chuck Berry was borrowing from Charlie Christian. He was borrowing from lots of people. T-Bone Walker. He loved swing. He loved jump blues. But he was borrowing from both of them what he did, so everybody wants to say, all we need to do is minor pentatonic. That's not what Chuck said. What Chuck said is, I'm going to play minor pentatonic, but I'm going to add some notes to it. So, real specific, one of the notes that he really loved was that minor third to major third. Okay. Another thing that Chuck liked is this 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 rhythm accent pattern. So that can take it. It takes form in a lot of different ways. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 could be. Or I could do. That little lick there. That is the Chuck Berry lick. Even though the T-Bone Walker people have done it before Chuck, we know it as a Chuck Berry lick because he's the guy that brought it out to the. Everybody knows it because of that. So. Another note we can add to that is that note right there. That is your 6th interval. So the Chuck Berry, all of that is what I refer to as the Chuck Berry scale. Which is really just mixtures of the major pentatonic and the minor pentatonic. That duck walk lick. Then so anyway, so you get yourself into some Chuck Berry stuff, and this is going to teach you how to the beginnings of soloing. So it's like. All different kinds of things. It sounds like lots of other players too, but that Chuck is the guy that originated it. So anyway, Johnny B. Goode, two different versions of the chord progressions. Chuck Berry riffs, Chuck Berry scale, Chuck Berry licks. Hope you got out a lot. I hope that you got a lot out of this, and that you're going to be using it and taking it to the stage. Okay. This is Rod Boomer Guitar Sessions. I will see you next time. Share with 50 of your closest friends, and I believe in you, and you can do this. Hi, this is Rod from Boomer Guitar Sessions. I personally wanted to thank you for being part of our community. If you like what we're doing here and you want to see more of it, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. And this helps me spread my musical messages to all over the world. Thank you. I appreciate you, and always remember, you can do this.